Hello everyone, welcome back to CFA with Jay. Last time we learned a few basic things about what bonds is, what fixed income is, few of the features of the bonds, etc. How to calculate spot rate, how to calculate forward rate with the help of spot rate. So today's segment will be very small because there are only two important things that follows the last video, which I'll ping right here. That is how to calculate spot rate from forward rate and how to calculate par rate. After that, we'll have another video on few things, few concepts called as maculus duration, modified duration, etc., etc. So let's begin with this for now. Okay, so today we'll be starting with what how to calculate spot rate with the help of forward rate. So, for example, if you have given spot rate of year one as 10%, forward rate of year two as 15%, and forward rate for year three as 19%. So, from the last video, we know that the spot rate and forward rate for the first year is always same. So, F1 will be your S1, that is 10%. So, now how to calculate S2, that is spot rate for the year two. So to calculate spot rate for year two, this is the formula, that is square root. Now why square? Because we are going to calculate for year two. That's why square root of 1.10, that is 1 plus 10%, 1.10 into 1.15, square root of this term minus 1 into 100. And that should give you something of 12.47%. That is the spot rate for year two. So to calculate the spot rate for third year, we'll be doing cube root of multiplication of 1 plus rate. So for all three forward year, rates for all 3 years. So 1.10 into 1.15 into 1.19 will give you a certain number. So how do you calculate this on your calculator? So first calculate 1.10 into 1.15 into 1.19 is equal to now a cube root. Now we don't have square root. Sorry, we have square root, but we don't have a function for cube root, correct? So what we'll do is the whatever answer that has come by calculating those three numbers is equal to then you'll click F by Y button, F by Y, bracket open, 1 divided by 3 because it is cube root, bracket close. So you should get a number like this and is equal to something 1.14 something something minus 1 into 100, you will get answer as 14.60%. That is the forward rate for your third year. So calculating spot rate from forward rate is technically easy. It does not have much rules to remember, but you should know how to calculate it on a calculator. Next concept is par rate. Now, how do you calculate par rate? The formula for calculating par rate is 1 minus Z3, suppose, divided by Z1 plus Z2 plus Z2. Now, what is this Z1, Z2, Z3? Z1 is 1 divided by 1 plus R raised to 1, because again 1 because it is for the first year. So 1 divided by 1.05 is something, but okay. So for now, this is what Z1, Z2, Z3, and Z4 is. For Z2, it will be squared. For Z3, it will be Q. For Z4, it will be fourth root. So how do you calculate this? Well, I have taught you this in my past video, which I had pinned in the start of the video. So you should watch that so that you get it how to calculate it on the calculator. So for me to so I want you guys to do something for me. I want you to calculate Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4 and store it all in storage 1, storage 2, storage 3, storage 4 respectively. Okay, then we'll move forward with it. So Okay, I have done the same thing with my calculator. I have stored all the answers in my 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth key. So now let's calculate for par rate for year one. Par rate for year one is equal to spot rate of year one is equal to forward rate of year one. Same is same is applicable for par rate as it was applicable for spot rate as it was applicable for forward rate. So for your par rate for year one is 5%. Okay. So now let's calculate par rate for year two. That is 1 minus recall 2 is equal to, follow my lead, okay? I'll repeat it again. Follow my lead. 1 minus recall 2 is equal to divided by brackets open recall 1 plus recall 2 brackets closed is equal to. You should get a answer like this. You guys, can you see it? I don't know if you can see it or not, but it is 0.08824 something. But in 200 is equal to 8.8%. That is your par rate for year two. So now what is the par rate for year three? In a similar way, we'll calculate it. Follow my lead again. That is 1 minus recall 3 because it is Z3 for third year is equal to divided by brackets open recall 1 plus recall 2 plus recall 3 brackets closed is equal to, you should get something as 0.1396. That means in 200 13.96 is your par rate for third year. Now similarly for fourth year, I think it is very easy, so you guys should give it a try. Pause this video, try it, and I'll till then continue my explanation. Just unpause it. So how do you calculate par rate for fourth year? Follow my lead again. 1 minus recall 4 because for 4 we are calculating for fourth year divided by bracket recall 1 plus recall 2 plus recall 3 plus recall 4. You should get the answer something as 0.1764. That means in 217.64% is the par rate for your fourth year. This is how you calculate par rate. So I hope you understand how to calculate par rate. Uh, in denominator, it is a bit tricky in denominator because we don't really remember in so many formulas that we have to remember. It doesn't hit. But for suppose you're calculating for third year, that is 1 minus Z3, there will be only 3 years numbers in the denominator. But for if you're calculating for year 4, then there will be 4 numbers in your denominator. Remember that. So this is how spot rate and forward rate and par rates curve look together in one graph. The spot rate will always be in the middle, while forward rate will be the maximum of both, and not maximum of both, but it will be higher than both, and par rate will be the lowest of both. That's it for this video. In next video, we'll be doing some other things like macros duration, modified duration, etc., etc. So stay along because it is also a very important part of the fixed income subject. Thank you for tagging along. See you guys. Bye bye.